Hi, everybody. Patricia Traina here from Giants Country, and I'm joined by Coach Gene Clemons, who's one of our football analysts and writers over on Giants Country. And we are here to get you ready for Giants training camp, which starts this week. Coach Gene, first off, thank you for joining me on this video. Let's talk a little bit about this Giants team. A lot of expectations for them to be different from what we have seen in the past. What is something in particular you were looking for to really be different on the offensive side of the ball?
Number one, look for shifts and motions. You will see that for sure. I think that's one of the parts of the modern game that you see everybody taking advantage of, especially at the NFL level. Shifts and motions give you an opportunity to find out what the defense is doing pre-snap. That helps the quarterback to have more information before he snaps the ball. It helps the offense to know where guys are going to be once the ball is snapped. So you'll see a lot of pre-snap shifts. You'll see a lot of pre-snap motion to try to dictate and figure that out. I think that's the big thing that you're going to see different. And then look for the ball to get out the quarterback's hands fast. I think if that's one thing that we saw in going back, and it'll be great when we don't have to go and talk about Buffalo anymore, right? But if we're talking about the offense in Buffalo, how they were able to get confidence for Josh Allen was they got the ball out of his hands quickly, got it in the hands of guys who could get the ball and do something after the catch. That allowed his confidence to then roll, and now it unlocked his big arm. Daniel Jones has plenty of arm to take advantage of if he can get comfortable and feel confident in throwing the ball. And I think you do that from the short passing game. So expect motions, expect shifts, and expect to see the ball get out the hands of the quarterback extremely quick.
And hopefully, of course, that results in moving the chains and getting into the end zone a little bit more often than the Giants have a lot more. Yes, a lot more than they had the last couple of years. Gene, what about the defense? We hear Wink Martindale say, we want to be aggressive. Every coach says that about their defense. How is this aggressiveness that Martindale is bringing going to be different from maybe what we've seen in the past?
Well, every coach talks about aggression, but Coach Wink has how many years now of proof that he is aggressive. I think one thing we'll see is we will see the defensive line employed differently. You won't just see guys static in places the entire time. You'll see a lot of changing of personnel. Guys who might not be necessarily defensive linemen playing in defensive line positions. You'll see a lot of blitzes up the middle. I don't think we saw enough of those interior blitzes over the last couple of years for as great a job as Patrick Graham did with this defense and what he was handed. I think that we didn't get enough of the pressures up the middle. So I think the first thing you'll see is a lot more personnel packages. Secondly, you'll see a lot more blitzes up the middle. The personnel that they've brought in, the guys that they drafted, they're not guys, those linebackers are not coverage linebackers. Those linebackers are linebackers that do well when they're going forward. And so I think that's probably the goal, to allow those guys to do what they do best, which is go forward and make plays going forward. So I think we'll see a lot of up the middle pressure.
Do you think we'll also see more stunts?
Yeah, I think we'll see a fair amount of stunts just based off the athleticism of the guys who are there. That's why I said you'll see personnel package differences. If you have a guy like Dexter Lawrence playing in a one technique or playing in a head up nose, I think that there's a lot better chance that you get movement from that position than if you have, some of those bigger pluggers, which they've added a lot of them in the offseason. I don't see those guys doing a lot of stunts, but I think when you see the different personnel packages come in that you can tell, okay, this is a pass rushing personnel. I think those are the personnel groupings that you'll see that do a lot more of the pass rushing and like you said, a lot more stunting.
And hopefully, again, it means that they'll get off the field quicker so that the offense can get on and do its thing.
Absolutely.
Goes hand in hand.
I'd love to see a TTE blitz where you've got Leonard Williams attacking outside and Lawrence attacking that B gap, and then a guy like Ojulari or a guy like Thibodeau coming around and looping into that A gap. I think that would be just a horror show for most offensive linemen to have to deal with.